Today's lesson from Unit 4.1 is all about the area of a rectangle, area of a square, and area of a right triangle. You may recall from a previous math class that to find the area of a rectangle, we simply take the length and multiply it by the width, or you could also call them the base and the height. So the area of a rectangle is equal to the product of the base and the height. To find the area of a square, well, since a square is a rectangle where all sides are equal to each other, you just take a side and multiply it by the length of another side, or we can simply say that the area is equal to the length of the side squared. In a right triangle, to find the area, it's 1/2 base times height, and the base and the height are the two legs that form the right angle in the triangle. Okay, so the height has to be perpendicular to the base. Okay, next we're going to take a look at some practice problems. For 1 through 3, it says that we're to sketch a diagram of the given figure and then find the area. And don't forget, on your final answer, you need to include your units because we are talking about area. So for number 1, it says find the area of a rectangle with a base of 4 centimeters and a height of 7. So first take a second to sketch the rectangle. I'm going to say that this is the base, and that's equal to 4 centimeters. This is the height, it's equal to 7 centimeters. So we're simply using the formula for area of a rectangle, that's base times height. So it's a good idea to write down the formula first and then plug in your number. So plug in the 4 for the base, 7 for the height, and then multiply. You get the area is equal to 28 centimeters squared. Area is always measured in square units. So that's the number of squares, 1 centimeter on a side, that would fit into this rectangle. Next, we're asked to find the area of a square with side length of 11 inches. So remember, a square is a specific type of rectangle where all 4 sides are congruent. So if each side is 11 inches, if we want to find the area of that square, we're just simply going to take 11 and square it. Or, again, you could use the formula for area of a rectangle and do 11 times 11. You get the same result, 121 square inches. In our third example, we're going to take a look at finding the area of a triangle, and this is a right triangle. The only tricky part to this is it says that the legs are 9 centimeters and 11 centimeters. The legs are the two sides that form the right angle. So this is 9 centimeters and this is 11 centimeters. It could also be the other way around. This one could be 11, this could be 9. Okay, formula for the area of a triangle is A equals 1/2 base times height. Sorry about that, so let's fix it. So it's an H. So we'll take A and set it equal to 1/2 times 9 times 11. So area is equal to 1/2 of 99. And we're going to write this one as a decimal. It's going to be 49.5 square centimeters. Again, I can't say this enough. You've got to make sure you put your units on your final answer. Okay, in 4 through 7, it says find the missing side or calculate the area for each figure. So number 4, it says find the width of a rectangle with a side length of 6 centimeters and an area of 78 square centimeters. So I'm just going to draw a little sketch and label it with the information that we know. Okay, we're looking for the width, so I'm going to call that W. And we're told that the length is equal to 6 centimeters. And the area is equal to 78 square centimeters. So area is equal to length times width. I think it's a good idea to write your formula first, then plug in what you know. We know the area, so replace A with 78. We know the length is 6, and we're solving for W. So there it is with the numbers plugged in. Now to solve for W, all you need to do is divide by 6. So the width would be equal to 78 divided by 6, which is 13. But again, we need to include centimeters. Include your units on your final answer. So we're working backwards. We know the area, we want to know one of the dimensions. So plug the numbers into your formula and solve for the missing piece. In number 5, it says find the exact length of the side of a square with an area of 72 square inches. Okay, that word exact means to me that we're going to get a radical and we're going to have to simplify it. In other words, we cannot write a decimal for our answer in here. So we have a square, and in a square we do have 4 right angles. All 4 sides are congruent, and we don't know the length of each side of the square. We do know the area, however. So the area formulas for a square is area equals sides squared. We do know that the area is 72 square inches, so put 72 in for the area. And then we have to solve for s. So I do need to take the square root of both sides. Take the square root of s squared. Square root of s squared is s. Square root of 72 factors into 36 times 2. Square root of 36 is 6. Square root of 2. And that's equal to s. Oh, I forgot the units. We'd want to put inches on the end there. So 6 square root of 2 inches is our final answer, and that's the exact length. Number 6, it says we are to find the length of the base of a triangle with an area of 125 square feet and a height of 10 feet. So draw a quick sketch. We don't know the base, that's what we're trying to find. We know the height is 10 feet. We also know the area is 125 square feet. Take a second and write down your formula. Area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 times the base times the height. Plug in what you know. 125 square feet is the area. And we have 1/2 times the base times the height of 10. So plug 10 in for the height. On the right hand side of that equation, that simplifies to just 5 times the base. I'm just taking 1/2 times 10. Okay. Take and divide both sides by 5, and we'll have our base. So 125 divided by 5 gives us 25 feet. Final answer. And our last question, it says find the area of a square with a diagonal length 8 centimeters. Okay, so if you take a look at my diagram, here's what we know. We know that it's a square, so all 4 sides are equal. And we're asked to find the area. We know area is equal to the side squared. So if we can find the length or the value of s, then we just have to plug it into the formula to find the area. Well, when you draw on a diagonal of a square, it divides it into 2 right triangles. They are special right triangles, and if you remember the ratio of the sides in a 45-45 right triangle, you can probably solve for s pretty quickly. Okay. You need to have a backup plan though. If you don't remember the ratio of the sides in a 45-45 right triangle, use the Pythagorean theorem. Do s squared plus s squared and set it equal to 8 squared. S squared plus s squared is 2s squared, and 8 squared is 64. Take and divide both sides by 2, and check this out. We have s squared is equal to 32. Now go back up here and take a look at the formula for area of a square. The area is equal to s squared. You see how we just found s squared? We actually just found the area without finding the length of each of those sides. Right? So the area is equal to 32 centimeters squared. Don't forget your units. If you went further and you solved for the side length, it would be 4 square root of 2. 4 square root of 2. Okay? And you would get that from taking the square root of both sides in the equation. All right, good luck on the homework, and please make sure you ask if you have any questions.